Alright, so here is another live recording session. Market opens up in 1 minute. So just gonna do a little quick analysis here. Daily time frame, we have this daily PDRA holding. Let's do full screen. We have a candle range high sweep though, and then on the 4-hour time frame we did break above the highs. We are bullish. I can't even speak. Oh my gosh, I need water. I can't speak. As you know, I can't speak. I need proper hydration. I need to do some breath work, get some oxygen to the brain, and then we're gonna be good to go. Water with electrolytes, key in the morning, staying hydrated. We don't really have a 4-hour confluence or a daily confluence, aside from the bearish one, which is showing us like bearish prices with the candle range high. On the 4-hour time frame, we do have a little 4-hour small fair value gap, and we also have this little, small little mark out, this little candle range low sweep, and then we have the 1-hour one forming also. But I would have preferred if we tapped up into the 1-hour fair value gap. That would have been a lot more smooth. Then we also have a 30-minute sell sign imbalance here for him, so can't neglect that. Maybe prices want to push lower off of this, and then if we felt to disrespect, maybe that's kind of the best case scenario here. We just push down lower. Now I'm gonna look for any form of SMT, any form of cracking correlation. There's no form of SMT on the dailies. On the 4-hour though, it does look a little bit more bearish on NQ as opposed to ES. So this is very, very interesting right now. NQ looks a lot more bearish than ES. ES looks really bullish. YM also looks really not really bullish, but it looks more bullish than bearish, I should say. And if we would want to trade one, it would probably have to be ES. But in this case scenario, we're looking for external sweeps, and we're looking for the market to eventually push up higher. So that's kind of the case here. So we do have SMT at the lows, and that is a form of cracking correlation here we're watching out for. And NQ again just looks a lot weaker than ES. So, and again, we're not really going to be fading all-time highs. Oh, there we go. You see that? So again, the best ideal scenario here is to wait for a 5-minute retrace into the gap, and then eventually we just look for an entry after that. So yeah, I could enter here, I won't lie. I could enter, but I'd rather wait for a little bit more confirmation. There's no rush to it. 9:30 trades usually aren't my favorite. They aren't the most ideal for me. So I'm going to be waiting a little bit longer. And building that bias, building that conviction is very, very important, especially for a market like this where it's breaking all-time highs. We're retracing. Do we want to have juice to continue up higher? That's the real question. Did see this 15-minute candle low sweep, so I'm gonna mark it out right now. So yeah, the 15-minute is showing strong strength. Very, very beautiful. Where would we want to target? My honest objective, honestly, is probably if I'm looking from a lower time frame perspective, probably those highs up there. So 5 minutes. Wait for the next couple of 5-minute candles, and then on the 15-minute time frame, I'm gonna draw our volume profile range and see, how likely are we to respect this. So I drew it on this one. YM is moving down lower now, so that is a little bit of a good telltale sign, I should say. Alright, and then we drew it here. Let's go to the 5-minute here. So we're about to reach the point of control. And then YM is also meeting the value area low. This is pretty good. And Q is about to just meet that point of control, which is very important, because again, we have a high volume node right there at that area, and it seems like the market is just clearly in a state of, you know, just aggression right there, if I'm being truly honest. Right there. Send this one. Send it to the front. Back in the front, there we go. Especially on that one. And then for ES, we are basically at point of control. If we do, you know, since we are above it, we do have to retest it and hold it to then eventually continue up higher. And we also have a low volume node that I want to see us get right past through this little area right here. It's a low volume node that we're actually having trouble breaking past. I can't see. Yeah, maybe. There we go. Drew the volume profiles. We're actually breaking past point of control on NQ. ES is rejecting off the low volume node. YM is just breaking past value area low, and we're just disrespecting it and showing weakness here. Again, unclear market conditions. YM is moving down lower. NQ had the SMT at the lows. ES is failing to push up higher, being the stronger asset, while NQ is being the stronger asset because again, it had that external sweep. And we're breaking past point of control, showing strong strength. Same thing with ES, is showing a little bit of rejection, which is fine. Now, really, my best case scenario is waiting for the market to retrace on NQ. That's why I wanted to wait. I didn't want to enter just yet. That's why being patient is so crucial, bro. I don't know where my dog went to go for a walk. Like before, I know I would have been emotional. I would have been trying to trade. I would have been trying to do X, Y, and Z. But, you know, now it's just like the internal, I wouldn't say has been conquered, but it has been more under control. You know, I've been controlling myself a lot more. Being patient, waiting, being disciplined, waiting for something that's super clear. I can't even speak. Waiting for something that's super clear. Sorry about that. And yeah, honestly, that's really it. See, we're about to reach the buy side objective. Nothing really I see that's favorable in my honest opinion in my book. Yeah, there's really nothing I see. So back up to the 4-hour on this chart. So ES is at all-time highs. That's why it's kind of struggling to like continue up higher, while NQ isn't. NQ is retraced and swept the lows on the 4-hour, 1 hour, pushing up strong strength. 30-minute. We had a 30-minute CRT that maybe isn't gonna hold. And then yeah, we have a 15-minute EVP formed, strong strength. Yeah, there's really nothing really I can like see to fade it. Looks really nice right now. Yeah, we're breaking past point of control and that high volume node, showing strong strength. I should have just entered down here. At this area right here. This is where all the 2355. Yeah, 2355 right here. All this right here is like where all the volume was taking place. This is where all the high volume node was at, and where the point of control right here with the high volume node. Market was either failing to continue down lower or push up higher, and clearly just pushed up higher to the buy side objective. So we just draw, you know, stop loss, take profit. It's not worth it though. There's like no real entry model behind that, so it's kind of why it's not worth it. Let's draw this now. So met that one. Let's draw this one. I didn't mean to draw that one red either. There's no retracement, bro, and that's fine. Sometimes you will get no retracement. Sometimes you will. You'll get a 5-minute retracement with like a 3-minute inversion or something. It's fine. YM is looking like it wants to retrace now. Form a 5-minute inversion. Yes, it's better to break all-time highs. NQ's gonna follow, I think. Yes, it's better. Yeah, yes, it's going. Let's go look YM. I think YM wouldn't be bad either. Find the context behind this. So on the daily time frame, we have met our buy side objective. All right, 4-hour time frame, we don't really have much of a confluence, but we are more bullish. We also can see we disrespected this 4-hour PDA rate. Let's go back up to the daily. No daily confluence either. Strength, strength, strength. 1-hour time frame, we have a 1-hour PDA rate also. Just holding. We also have this 1-hour sell side objective. This market can reach for 30-minute time frame, 15-minute time frame, 5-minute time frame, 5 minutes to NQ's better. Continue up everything. Like your first presenter. This is a huge fair leg up top. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Ginormous. It's not worth trading this. We're waiting for it, honestly. I'll just continue up. Yeah, I'll probably gotta find an entry. I think the best entry was at 9:30, and that's something I'm just like really not comfortable with trading. I would want to see a retracement. Yeah, 30 minutes. Alright, let's wait. No, I have something bothering me in my eye. I feel like it's a hair, bro, and it doesn't want to come out. What it feels like. If I go look in the mirror or something. It is, yeah, I see it. It's a white hair. A little piece of white fuzzy hair. And cotton hair. Alright. Breaking above, pushing up higher. No retracement. That's how I feel right now. If we use standard deviations on the 15 or something, it's going to clearly show that the market wants to what? Continue up here. All the way up there. It probably will though. Definitely will, you know, it's going to reach those targets. Very strong likelihood. Then people are like, why don't you just buy right now then? Why don't you just buy right now? Because it's just not ideal. It's not optimized. I'd rather wait for the entry model. I'd rather wait for an entry model that gives me the best probability of winning instead of just entering right now. It doesn't make sense. I'm just trying to enter right now. At all. That's like entering all the way up here, bro. Like when in reality I want to enter like somewhere like around here. I'd rather see it just, and then I enter after we, you know, form the inversion, sweep the low internal, and we just target higher prices. Maybe it's the internal high, maybe it's the external high. Who knows? I don't know. And if we don't get that, then of course I just walk away. I'm cool with whatever. This looks like high resistance though. Online looks like a range. Looks like we can just. That's it. If we want to though. Oh my gosh, we're about to beat the second objective before even closing the 15. Come on, bro. Don't even do me like that. Oh my god, I have nothing to target, honestly. Really, this is gonna be the last target, and it's like, bro, what are we gonna be doing? Oh my gosh, we made it, yeah. Deadass, we made it. I deadass got nothing to target now. I don't want to get FOMO. Oh my gosh, bro. Yeah, I'm cooked. I'm deadass cooked. I'm deadass cooked. No trade, bro. What time is it? 9:45. Usually is when I find my trades. Usually this is when I find my trades. This is unfortunate, bro. We're about to break all-time highs now. Without even finding a trade idea. It's unfortunate, bro. Can't even get a single retrace. Sucks, bro. That just goes to show how bullish we are, though. People are entering down here, bro. Like, if you enter on this candle, GG's. I was too late to the party. I won't lie to you. And then once I met it, I was like, alright, yeah, it's probably gonna retrace. Wait for this. Nah, never happened. Just shot another what? Like another 60 points, 70 points. Damn, that's low. We are moving really slow in terms of points. This whole move was like what? Oh, that's not bad actually. 200 points. 183. It's not bad. I'm really aiming for like 50 though. 5 cons. If not, I'm just gonna risk a little bit more if it's tighter stop loss. We never swept the sell side though. And reach into that 1 hour PD array. Yeah, we're probably not gonna get into this. It's just fine, honestly. We have a 1 minute PD right here. There's no confluence backing that up though. I'd rather see like a 5 minute PD array be tapped up into to then push up. Let's try the consequent approach on this way. See if this is like confluence. Yeah, it's not. Thing's not doing anything. We have no more to update the range now. Alright. Take that off. The wait for 10 AM now. We're gonna be bullish or bearish for 10 AM. 10 AM opens up, but what happens if it sweeps the high, then it sweeps this and forms SMT, and then we push down lower? What are we gonna do? I doubt it though. This I want to see a continuation for 10. Just with how bullish we are, bro. I don't want to see a big bearish. But again, it can happen though, so I'm not really against it. Really, there's nothing here. You see that? Just looks the same, bro. It looks like we're about to break all-time highs. No entry model. Yeah, we're about to get there. Let's go. Everybody knows the continuation traders were eating today. Yeah, we're eating, huh? As soon as this happened. As soon as this right here, they probably ate. Oh my gosh, this trade looks amazing. Entered. Let it run. Even right here, honestly, at 9:30. Oh my gosh, thing looks amazing. Or the breakout traders. That we're inside this range. Once we break out in between the range here, we're gonna trade. And false break. Pushes all the way up. Alright, we are retracing, but again, we haven't met the high, so I'm a little skeptical about this. I'm gonna draw this right here, see if we can form a 1 minute PDA or something. Looks a little iffy though, because again, we have SMT at the highs now, because again, ES and NQ, they're not correlated in terms of all-time highs movement. So, this is kind of something else. Let's see what happens here on the 1 minute. I'm so bullish. I still want to see higher prices though. I'm not taking it on the 15 or 30 second though. I'm not gonna lie to you, I need a 1 minute or higher. I'd rather just wait for this. Retesting value area low, which is also that near that buy side objective. That's why we're projecting off of this. Min value area high. What's up with your mocha? You need to go outside, huh? That's what it is, huh? I'll be here all day with you. I'm not gonna go to the gym today, bro. Yesterday I was hitting some nasty leg day. I went for some cardio too, bro. Some sprints outside, some jump rope too. Nasty, bro. I feel nasty. Not nasty, but I feel like tired. I feel sore today. I'm gonna recover. I'm gonna go to work though later, around 12 to 8, and then yeah, just go to work 12 to 8. And then come back, get some reading. I might do that right now, actually. I might read. I was reading a very good part of the reality transurfing right now. And I kind of want to pick it back up from last night. Last night I was reading it, so I have to do that after this. Again, I'm staying till like 10:15, and that's it. And then I'm out, bro. It's not really farming, nothing I really want to see. So, and again, some days, having those like great days, like where you don't take anything, is by far a flex. If you don't see anything you like, there's nothing really forming. I knew a day like this would come, and it's gonna test me. It's gonna test everybody. A day where no trade idea is forming for you will come, or a day where you'll miss a trade idea will come, and you're just gonna have a set time of when you want to leave and not take anything and not force anything, and just be in control. Be in control. Be passive with yourself. Be patient. And again, detach yourself from any outcome, any attachment to this, and any level of importance. You know, just like my best answer is to not give a fuck. Sometimes the best trading happens when you don't give a fuck. Think about it. When you're paper trading, you don't really give a fuck. You're trading probably the best. And that's the type of level of importance you want to have whenever you're trading. But again, you want to follow your rules. You want to have a system. You want to do X, Y, and Z. You know, like same thing with your routine outside of your life. You want to be in control. You want to have focus on that. You want to have clarity. But the importance behind certain shit like this, you don't really give a fuck. You know, but you do care about, you know, following your system, following the rules, you know, being disciplined. That's the whole point. But the level of importance isn't there. But it is on the discipline. It is on the detachment. It is on the process, you know. So that's something you need to work on. Hey, you shaking? What's wrong? She got naked, bro. Look at her. Look at this, bro. She's naked. She's naked. She's naked. The shades are bad. They did her dirty, bro. I had to pay $60 for this, bro. $60 for my dog to get shaved naked, bro. Come on, like, come on. They did me dirty. Alright, we're showing strong rejection. We're not really showing strength here for bullishness. I want to see if we do retrace up into like that point of control, but doesn't seem like likely. I don't want to see a 5-minute failure form. I'm not gonna let you. Alright, this doesn't look bad, honestly. Go on the 5-minute. Go on the 15. 30-minute. Go back up on the 5-minute. Alright, ES is turning bullish, and Q might turn bullish in the next, you know, second or two. And this is where the party gets started here. If I do take this trade, risk-wise, I'm going to be risking around like that. Like 6 cons, and then probably targeting up here. So let's see if this happens. 30 seconds. Not getting it, which is fine. ES looks like he got it. I won't let him. Just being patient, honestly. We are forming a 15-minute gap though. Maybe we could wait for that. Kind of my honest scenario. It's okay. We form a 15-minute gap. We can wait for the 15-minute gap tap and then look for this inversion to get inversed. It's not bad. Then ES can lead the way. With this 5-minute candle closure, we form cracking correlation. Not bad, honestly. YM has been decorrelated. It's been like decoupled with ES and NQ, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, it doesn't follow up with what the other markets are doing. Give it like 15 minutes here, and then this one's gonna form it. Like what, 10 seconds? That's if we get a tap into this though. If we're really bullish, we probably won't. Oh my gosh, let's reset layout, bro. Oh my gosh, I'm cooked. I don't want to see this. I don't want to see that. And this way, I don't want to see this. And this, I just want to see this. I don't want to see that. But it's fine. It happens, brother. Are we still correlated though? Right, we are, right? No, we're not. Alright. Go to the orange. It's the orange one, right? Yeah. Yeah, we probably most likely won't get it. I think we're going to be bearish, honestly. Yeah, I think we're going to be bearish. With this reaction, I don't think we're bullish anymore. I want to fix this, though. There, like that, yeah. There we go, everything looks there. Everything looks the same now, right? Yeah. Alright, it doesn't look bullish anymore, in my honest opinion. I think it looks a little bit more bearish. the way it's rejecting, especially on the 1 hour, and then the way these are rejecting is just, I don't like it, honestly. Disrespecting the value area high, and the point of control. Now we're reaching value area low, and we're forming, you know, a clear 5-minute disrespect. Probably will form that, you know. I don't know. It looks bearish to me. Even though we have these bullish PD arrays here holding, but it just doesn't look bullish to me. Unless we form like a 3-minute or something. Probably gonna watch for that. I want to see it tap up into this though. Come on. It's not 3-minute for that up there. I want to see this retrace up into there. Got like 15 minutes and then I'm out, bro. I'm not trying to make this recording way too long. And then we're pushing up now. Oh my gosh. We have a 15-minute inversion for like up here. So we don't really have to retrace into the other one now. I didn't see that. So we have a 2-minute for like up. We don't. We are forming one though. 3-minute one. We don't have it. 5-minute one. We are forming it again. This is your 1-minute for layup. Do I like it though? All due reality, I kind of like it. Let's see. If I do get a closure above here, then I'll probably take it. It's gonna look more enticing. It's not really giving us that. But if we do get that, I'll probably around there. Alright, let's get in there. Around here. Stop loss. And then the take profit is going to be all-time highs, basically. It's gonna be the break-even point right here. I know it is a little bit tight, but bear with me. Yeah, we're probably gonna stop that on, if I'm being truly honest. No way, bro. We can stop that already. I thought it was a good trade, honestly. I'm not gonna lie to you. But it is what it is. You know, you gotta accept the risk. I won't trade for today. Yeah, we're probably gonna stop out. Hopefully it locks me out when I hit this. Stop out. Alright, stopped out. That is my one trade for today as an L, which is very, very unfortunate. We ended the green streak. I don't know. I feel like I did force this trade. I won't lie, I did force it. Yeah, I did feel like I forced it. Let's go over it real quick, and then I'm about to go. Stop loss did it. The stop loss was a little tight. Maybe the stop loss at the rejection block low. There was no real 5-minute continuation off of really just this. This is probably really your only 5-minute continuation right here. And then the 1 minute gave us that change in the state of delivery. I thought this was a good change in the state of delivery. Stop loss was a little tight though, I won't lie. And then there was no 2-minute, 3-minute for leg up. There was a small 3-minute for leg up here, I think. No, okay. All right, yeah, there was no trade. Wasn't bad, honestly. It just failed to hold this because again, we are more inside of a premium, which is not bad. You know, we're inside of more of a premium, taking longs when in reality should have been sweeping the lows, forming that inversion. I'll show you guys. Should have been sweeping the lows, reaching to that PDRA, forming, you know, an inversion to then take that, and that would have been a better ideal scenario. But yeah, that's really it. Honestly, there was no form of I might take this on the eval. Honestly, hold on. So I might take it on the eval with a little bit more risk, and we're gonna see if it works out. If we do get another like order block formation here. Reason for that is because again, like, for the eval, I do want to pass it, so we're probably got the, you know, risk a little bit more on it, which is fine. So I do want to see this right here form. I do think it's a good trade. Maybe the stop loss was a little too tight. But I don't want to be crashing now either, you know, at the same time, like, okay, we gotta stop out, reevaluate what you did. Is it worth it? Is it worthwhile taking this trade? Honest ideal scenario is like, hey, push down, sweep, and then we, you know, get that. It's my honest base case scenario, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe ES pushes up. I don't feel like NQ is gonna stay inside of a range. I feel like there's no real movement behind it, honestly. I think ES will probably reach all-time highs because again, it's already at all-time highs. I think this one probably won't get there. Yeah, I'll probably call it a day here, you know, I'm not gonna lie to you. Even though it is a little discouraging taking an L, it is what it is, you know. I have to journal it, review it. And yeah, I'll probably lock this one. I'll just show you guys, you know, I probably won't trade it. So it's pretty much my really one trade a day. Taking an L, first L. I'm gonna journal review, bounce back from this really, and see what I could have done better. So that's pretty much really it. It wasn't a bad trade, but it wasn't a good trade. So yeah.